I wanted to share some notes on the life of Mahatma Gandhi and his fasting from his book. My life is my message, and that is of nonviolence. My religion teaches me that whenever there is distress which one cannot remove, one must fast and pray. These fasts are a part of my being. I can as well do without my eyes, for instance, as I can without fasts. What the eyes are for the outer world, fasts are for the inner. I am not responsible for these fasts. I do not undertake them for my amusements. I would not torture the flesh for the love of fame, though I bear joyfully the pains of hunger and many other discomforts of fasting. Let no one imagine that I do not suffer. These fasts are bearable only because they are imposed upon me by a higher power, and the capacity to bear the pain also comes from that power. I cannot fast at the dictation of anyone. Such fasts cannot be taken lightly. They can conceivably be wholly undesirable. They cannot be undertaken out of anger. Anger is a short madness. I must therefore undertake the fast only when the still small voice within me calls for it. A genuine fast cleanses the body, mind, and soul. It crucifies the flesh, and to that extent sets the soul free. A sincere prayer can work wonders. It is an intense longing of the soul for its even greater purity. Purity thus gained, when it is utilized for a noble purpose, becomes a prayer. I believe that there is no prayer without fasting, and there is no real fast without prayer. A complete fast is a complete and literal denial of self. It is the truest prayer of, "Take my life, and let it be, always, only all for Thee." This is not, and should not be, mere lip or figurative expression. It has to be reckless and joyous giving, without the least reservation. Abstinence from food and even water is but the mere beginning, the least part of the surrender. Fasting, unless it is the result of God's grace, is useless starvation, if not much worse. I know that the mental attitude is everything, just as prayer may be merely a mechanical intonation as a bird. So may a fast be a mere mechanical torture of the flesh. Neither will touch the soul within. It is my own firm belief that the strength of the soul grows in proportion as you subdue the flesh. Mortification of the flesh is a necessity when the flesh rebels against one. It is a sin when the flesh has come under subjection and can be used as an instrument of service. In other words, there is no inherent merit in mortification of the flesh. There is something in denying satisfaction of the flesh. It is not possible to see God face to face unless you crucify the flesh. It is one thing to do what belongs to it as a temple of God, and it is another to deny it what belongs to it as the body of flesh. Out of the fullness of my own experience and that of fellow cranks, I say without hesitation, God is God. Like all human institutions, fasting can be both legitimately and illegitimately used. But as a great weapon in the armory of God, it cannot be given up because of its possible abuse. The weapon of fasting, I know, cannot be lightly wielded. It can easily savor violence, unless it is used by one skilled in the art. I claim to be such an artist in this subject. Gandhi grew up seeing his mother keeping long and exacting ritual fasts. Gandhi's fast altered the course of history. Gandhi tried hard not to eat too much of anything. He thought enjoying food too much would distract him from his spiritual goals. Gandhi refused all refined sugar and most all processed foods. He was a vegetarian that used goat's milk, cheese, and other food products from goats, rarely if any meat. Gandhi did not consider a fast a success unless it changed the disposition of the people, not simply their behavior. Gandhi's 5 principles of a fast. Number 1. The individual undertaking the fast must be willing and able to carry it out to its stated conclusion. In the case of a fast unto death, for example, one must really be capable of laying down one's life if the demands are not met. The people to whom the fast is directed must be, or number 2, the people to whom the fast is directed must be in some way a part of one's own community. Gandhi actually said they must be a lover. The act loses its meaning if the person to whom it is directed feels no such bond. Throughout his career, Gandhi fasted against the British and also to awaken his fellow Indians. Number 3, the fast must be of the last resort. Number 4, the goal must be reasonable. And number 5, the fast must be consistent with the rest of one's campaign, if not one's life. On another note, he fasted often over the moral lapse of others. Thank you.